You know, it's funny. Every generation, there's just like there are some guys you just don't want to mess with, no matter what. Like, doesn't matter their age, they will kick your ass so hard. Like
Yeah,
they'll
I
make
think
you
there's,
regret it.
and yeah, his head was shaped like a bullet, and I just don't think he felt pain.
Well, there was that story did you go to high school with that guy Slasher?
I went to high school with a guy named Slayer,
Oh, Slayer, that's it.
and
I heard a story about him taking a chair to the back of the head.
oh, I actually saw that in real life, so you must have
Oh,
heard that story from me. Yes,
yeah.
Slayer was a kid who had like long, black, snarly, pubic-like hair on the top of his head, and he had a devil-forked goatee, never washed. It looked like, and he always wore Slayer, the death metal group, T-shirts,
Mm-hmm.
and like black jeans, and he had like rings on his hands and stuff, and he always had this badass attitude, and people were always kind of scared of him. But we actually started befriending him in homeroom, and we were just like Slayer. He's like, yeah, and so like he liked being called Slayer, and so everyone's like
Mm-hmm.
Slayer, and he kind of became like an icon for a little bit. But he walked by this kid in lunch, and I guess they had words like high schoolers do. And this kid came up from behind Slayer with the chair in the cafeteria and hit him over the head and broke the chair over Slayer's
Oh
head.
my God.
And Slayer like went down to one knee and then got up and like hulked up, like turned around with this wild look in his eyes, shrugged off the chair shot, and just beat the ever living shit out of this kid.
Oh my
And
God.
we were just like, oh my God, Slayer took a chair shot and lived and won the fight.
Wow.
And then after he, I think he graduated. I don't know. He was a couple years older than me, but I
Mm-hmm.
remember when I was a senior in high school, I was sitting in economics class saying, "I wonder what happened to Slayer." And on cue, we looked out the window, and across the street, he was just walking down the road across the street from the high school, and he sat up against this wooden fence for a second, and the fence broke. And he fell on his ass, and he got up, looked both ways to see if anyone was looking, and kept walking. And that
Oh
was the
my
last time I ever saw
God.
Slayer.
Wow.
Yeah.
That man can yeah, that man can destroy anything made of wood. That's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah. It was amazing. Long
Yeah.
live Slayer.
Yeah, man. Slayer, wherever you are, I hope you're breaking something with your head, because that you seem to be
Oh,
good at it.
well, he was in a metal band for a while, I guess. Not the actual band Slayer, but
Mm-hmm.
and he said that the trick to being a good metal singer was he would take a bunch of salt and throw salt down his throat before going on stage, and
Really?
that would make his voice like super devil gravelly.
Oh, I thought maybe he would put sugar down his throat because it helps your vocal cords. But I guess
No,
not
he
not
put
not
salt
Slayer.
because he wanted to damage them. He wanted to damage the vocal cords.
Damn.